Hello, happy Wednesday. This is your math lesson, and today we're going to use the minus or the takeaway symbol, learning to use the minus or takeaway symbol. Today, again, it is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. For this lesson, you will need your math pages 397, 398, 399, and 400, and you will need your pencil box. From your pencil box, you will need your pencil, probably an eraser, and 2 colors of crayons. I will wait while you get them. On this page, we're going to use the minus symbol. It looks like a dash, or we call it the takeaway symbol. Now, you do not need your math page for this particular problem. I'm going to give you an example. First of all, I'm going to draw 2 ice cream cones. We're going to pretend that you brought 2 ice cream cones to the carpet and started to eat them. So our story starts with the number 2, and I'm writing the number 2. Then, do you see that silly thing next to the number 2? It should be higher, actually, but that's a takeaway. Now, that means minus or takeaway. So, I'm going to take away 1. I'm going to pretend that 1 ice cream cone started to drip on the carpet. And so I had to remove the ice cream cone or take it off the carpet. I had to take it away. So I have 2 minus 1 because I started with 2 ice cream cones and I took away 1. Now I have to count how many are left. And I see that there's 1 is left. That means it does not have an X on it. So I'm going to write the number 1. So the problem is 2 minus, or I could say take away, 1 is 1. Now I'm going to erase this. And I'm going to give you another story. This time we're going to have 4 triangular pattern blocks on the carpet. A triangle, remember, has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Now I have 4. Let's point and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to start my number sentence with the number 4. Down, across, and down some more. That's the way to make a 4. Now, that silly symbol next to it is a minus or take away. So I did it in red. Now, a friend of mine came along and took away 2 of my blocks. So I'm going to cross out 2 of the blocks. And I'm going to write the number 2 on the second line. So far my story says 4, take away 2, or I could read 4 minus 2 is, I have to count how many triangular blocks or triangular pattern blocks do not have X's on them. And I count them 1, 2. So I'll write the number 2. So my story goes 4, take away 2 is 2. Now, for the next page, you will need your math pages. And we're going to start with page 397. And you will need your pencil. And you will need 2 colors of crayons, please. So let's go to the next page. Now, first of all, This is called use a minus or take away symbol. If you can see on the very top, on top of that, it says name. Please write your name using pencil. Just write your first name and I will wait. Now, on the bottom of it gives us directions of what to do, but we're not going to use objects. We are going to color, and that's what you're going to do on each page instead of using objects. So on the first page, we're going to have 6 children are playing, and it looks like it's kind of in the outside. I don't know where. It's got 3 trees, but they're playing outside, and with 6 children. So I'm not going to draw children. I don't want you to draw children either because that would take you too long to draw. So let's make 6 dots. Ready? Let's begin. 1, 2, and they keep erasing as I do them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those are supposed to be children, but you just do 6 dots in one color or 6 circles using one color. Don't make them too large, otherwise it will not work for you. Now, let's count them to make sure we have 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you need to write the number 6 down in the first space. Now mine is a funny looking 6 because I have to write in a fairly small spot since it's a small slide. So write the number 6, please. Next, you see that funny symbol? That's what we call minus or take away. So on top of it, I'm going to do in red a minus. Okay, now 4 children have to go home. So you guessed it, I'm going to put an X on 4 of the dots. You do it on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the next white square, you need to write the number 4 because you crossed out 4 or 4 went away. You're taking them away. Down, across, oops, down, across, and down some more. That's the way to make a 4. So your story goes 6 minus or take away 4 equals. Now you have to decide how many do not have X's on them. How many are left? And I see 2 in my picture. So you write the number 2 in the last square. So my number sentence goes 6 take away 4 is 2. See that red symbol? That is a takeaway or a minus. Or I could say 6 minus 4 is 2. Make sure you have done the same thing on your paper. You take 1 color crayon and make 6 circles. Write the number 6. Then go on top of the takeaway or minus symbol and trace it. Then you should have crossed out 4 using a different color of crayon and write the number 4 on in the second square. Then you counted how many you did not cross out, and your answer is 2. So it's 6 minus or take away 4 is 2. Now, for the next page, you will need to get the next slide. You will need to get your next page, which is page 398. So get that ready. Very good job. Now, if you look at the top of that page, you see some writing in yellow. It says minus sign, and it has a picture of that dash, which we can call minus or take away. In the top picture, we see a nest, and we see some birds in it, and we see some birds flying away. Now, if we count all the birds, that means even the birds that are flying away and in the nest, we will count 5. Let's do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you will take your pencil and write the number 5. Down, across, and around the tree. That's a 5, as happy as can be. Now the next, because I had 5 birds, even though some were flying, we still counted them. Then we do a minus, and I did it in red, so you can tell what a minus symbol looks like, or we could take away. Now if you look very carefully, you can see 2 birds flying away, so we're going to X out those 2 birds that are flying away. You do the same on your paper. Trace a 5, trace a minus symbol, and cross out the 2 birds. Now, remember I said we crossed out 2 birds, we took away 2 birds? So now we can put 5 minus 2. And then it says 5 minus 2 is, and you see there are 3 still in the nest. They do not have X's on them. So we're going to write a 3 at the end. And our story goes, 5 take away 3 is, excuse me, I misread it. 5 take away 2, or I could say 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 are left. Now look at the picture below it. And you see some rabbits. Now one rabbit looks like he's hopping away, but you need to count all the rabbits. So let's count and point at them, and let's count together to see how many rabbits we have at the beginning of the story. Count to them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 rabbits in all. So we are going to write the number 6. That is not a very good 6. Let me try it again. Okay, I'm going to try 6 again. It's a bit better. So we have 6 rabbits, and we count the rabbit even that's going away, because we count all the rabbits that we see on the page. Then that next symbol next to them is a next to 6 is a minus symbol, or take away. So I do minus. Now, we see one rabbit hopping away, don't we? So I'm going to put an X on that rabbit. Now let's go back to the other rabbits, and oops, before we do that, I forgot to do minus there. Thank you. So we 6 minus, and I crossed out 1. So I need to write the number 1, don't I? Oops, I meant to do black. Let me see if I can fix that. Good. Go 6, take away 1 is, we have to count how many rabbits are left, or how many rabbits do not have an X on them. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rabbits that are left, so we need to make the number 5 at the end. So in, down, down, and around the tree. That's a 5, as easy as can be. So it's a 6, because that's how many rabbits we had in all. Take away 1, we crossed out 1, and we wrote the number 1 equals 5. 5 are left. Now let's go to the bottom picture. Now we see some ducks in a lake or pond, and some ducks look like they're walking away. Now, to begin our story, we have to count all the ducks in the whole story, not just the ones in the pond or the ones walking away. We have to count all of them. So let's begin counting. Point as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we see 7 ducks in all, don't we? So we start our story by writing the number 7. We go across the sky and down from heaven. That's the way to make a 7. Next to it, we see that crazy symbol again. That is a minus symbol. That means minus or take away. Now, we have to look at the ducks that are walking away and put an X on them because they are going away. Let's count them. 1, 2, and 3. We have 3 ducks walking away. So we're going to write the number 3. Now our number problem goes, our number sentence goes, 7 take away 3 is, let's count to see how many are still in the picture and are not crossed out. You count as I point, and you point to 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 left. So we need to write 4. Down, across, and down some more. That's the way to make a 4. So the number sentence goes 7, take away or minus 3 is 4. Now you need to turn your paper over so you are now on page 399. And we will do that in a minute. Now on this page, on the top it says on my own. Above that, you cannot see it on my page, but you have a line. That's where you need to write your name in pencil. Please begin by writing your name, and I will wait. Thank you. If you look at the top picture, which is next to number 4, you see frogs. Now we are going to begin our story by counting all the frogs that you see, not the frogs leaping off or the frogs sitting on the dirt. You're going to count all the frogs. So you point, I point to mine, and we're going to count together. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we see 6 frogs in all. So you're right, we're going to write the number 6. That's not very good, but you can write the number 6. Please write it on your paper now. Now, do you see the symbol next to it? That is the takeaway symbol. Our minus, oops, a 6 was erased. That's a better 6. And now I'm going to make the minus symbol. Make sure you trace a minus symbol. You can do it with your pencil. I'm just doing in red so you know what it looks like. So far we have 6 frogs. We're going to take away some. Now, do you see the 2 jumping off the dirt? Those are the ones we're going to cross out. So get your pen, get a different crayon, and cross out those 2. Uh-oh, I meant to do it red. Let's see if I can do it. 1 and 2. Okay, so I crossed out 2 frogs. So you're going to write the number 2 in the second space. So far my problem says 6 frogs minus or take away 2 frogs is, I have to count how many frogs are left. That means how many frogs do not have an X on them. Let's point as we count together. You cannot see me pointing, so just when you hear me count, let's count. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 left. So let's write the number 4. Down, across, down some more. That's the way to make a 4. So your story should go 6 minus or take away 2 is 4. Now let's go to the next picture. Number 5. There, it looks like you see some bees. And bees like flowers. They like to take the nectar out of the middle of the flower. Okay? So first, remember, you need to count all the bees. Not just the bees that are on the flower, but all the bees. Ready? Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of bees. I'm going to count again in case I didn't goof. And you know what? I think I goofed. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I goofed because the first time I counted the middle of the flower as a bee. So we only have 8 bees. So that's the number you need to write in your first space. Take an S, but do not wait. Come back up, and you've made an 8 because we've 8 bees. Please write an 8 on your page. You know that, see that silly symbol next to it? That is a minus or a take away. And meanwhile, the 8 was erased, so I'm going to write the 8 again. It says 8 minus. Now, let's see how many I need to take away. Okay, we see 3 buzzing away, don't we? So let's put an X on those 3. Let's go 1, 2, 3. So you got it. The next number we need to write is a 3. So our story goes 8 minus 3, or 8 take away 3 is, we need to count how many bees are left over. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's write the number 5. In, down, and around the tree. That's a 5, as happy as can be. Now let's look at the last problem on the page. Okay, now There's a web with some spiders on it, and not all the spiders are on the web, but we still need to count all the spiders. So you point as I count. Ready? Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right, we counted 4 spiders. So let's write the number 4. Down, across, and down some more. That's the way to make a 4. Now do you see that silly symbol next to it? Looks like a dash. That's a takeaway. So let's make that takeaway. Trace that takeaway with your pencil. Now I see one spider that's off the web. He's trying to crawl away. So let's cross that one spider out. And therefore we have to write the number 1. So our story goes, 4 spiders, takeaway or -1 is we need to count how many spiders are still on the web and are not crossed out. Let's go on. 1, 2, 3. And let's write the number 3. Now that is the last page in your math lesson. If you will notice, we did not do one page of your math papers. That is your homework for math. You need to do page 400 by yourselves. So I hope you have a nice day. I will see you on Thursday. Bye.